Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little flying today. Oh my God, where have I been? Been missing in action. Kind of give you guys an update on that while we fly. Let me get set up and we'll fly and chit chat a bit. It has been quite a bit since I have been posting. I have still been flying, but not as much as I would like. But decided this morning to make some time to fly and to make a video. Actually, I recorded content the other day kind of about this stuff, but then I didn't do anything with it. So it is what it is. All right, so here's what we're flying today. Check this out. This is one of the updates here. This is a sub 250 build. It's like 228 grams all up a weight. This is a Acro Brat. Well, actually it's a clone, I think, of the Acro Brat. Running HDZero. We've got the Race 3 VTx back here. We've got an off-light stack that I don't think is sold anymore. We've got the Runcam HDZero Micro V2 up front. 1080p, of course, because that's what I like to run these days. A little dipole antenna. Actually getting pretty good results with that. Gemfan 3020 Hurricane props, I think is what these are called. And anything else of interest in there. Crossfire with a Pyro Micro Immortal T antenna. I think that's about the extent of it. I had to modify this frame to hold the Race V3. I had to drill out the holes back here. There were M2 holes. I had to drill them out to be M3 holes. So anyways, that's what we're flying today, and we'll talk about this while I'm flying and some other stuff that's been going on. Just kind of give you guys an update and what I've been doing and chit chat. So this is the Acro Brat. Like I said, it's less than 250 milligrams. It's 228, which is really nice. I'm running it on 3S, which is working pretty well for this, for the type of flying that I'm doing. Like I can still do that. A little bit of acrobatics, but nothing like crazy, you know, which I'm not really, not one that does really crazy acrobatics usually. Sometimes I do. There's a noise there. A lot of noise right there for some reason. Not sure what the deal is with the noise. Well, it's doing really well. I think it's just the interference around with all the Wi-Fi here in the neighborhood and the dipole. Anyways, I am liking this thing. It's fun to fly. It's nice being able to just like zip in and out of stuff, you know, and fly around yourself, which is kind of cool. I definitely like being able to zip in and out around here and not worry about hitting myself. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so update for you guys. So I'm debating if I want to focus primarily on the 250, sub 250 stuff here. Flies pretty good, and I can kind of do the stuff I want to do. Yeah, a little close to this. This thing flies really well. I'm flying on beat up props too, by the way. I love just being able to kind of cruise around and not worry about people. So that's one thing that's going on. Where have I been though? So my car died the other day. The engine just gave out. I think a timing belt inside of the engine like broke. So I went to start it up and it started, and then I heard this weird noise and I heard kapow. And it went and it just shut off. And then it wouldn't start. And when it was trying to start, it was like cranking, but it was cranking like really fast. Instead of like a normal crank, like there was like nothing being, no friction or anything on or something, like it wasn't pulling on anything. So I got it towed to a mechanic, and they checked it, and there was no compression. And he said that, and I don't know enough to know if he's accurate about that or not, but he said even if the timing belt broke inside of the engine there, he said you should still have compression. There was no compression on any of the cylinders. So I had to get rid of it. I don't have the money to spend, you know, $3 to $5 grand on something and then have something else break on top of that. So that is what it is with that. I don't know where I was getting low. I better land before I kill it. So yeah, so I don't have $3 to $5 grand to drop on a vehicle, only to have something else go right. And the transmission was acting up anyway, so that's probably the next thing that was going to go. And it had already been replaced one time before. So we went and did a little car shopping. This is weird like this. Okay. Went and did a little car shopping, and I kind of like Toyotas. My parents had a Toyota. I had really good luck with it, and so I was kind of leaning toward that. But I was looking around just online to see what cars are available. We hadn't bought a car in 14 years. So knowing what's available and what's out there and stuff, you know, I had no idea. So I was looking around a little bit. Anyways, found a Toyota place that's only a few miles from here. And I was like, hey, we'll go over there and we'll check out and we'll see what they got. And I kind of like the Corolla. I was looking at the prices on stuff. And I was like, I kind of like the Corolla. So that's what I think I'm going to look at. And that's probably what I'm going to get. Short answer, we didn't get a Corolla, but we did get a Toyota. So I went over there and checked that out, and we checked out the Corolla, and it was pretty nice, but it felt a little kind of squished inside, you know, not as big, because, I mean, we've been used to driving that Traverse, which has tons of room inside of it. But I wanted a car because I want to save some money. I'm tired of spending tons and tons of money on gas, and I'm not looking for electric. So nothing against electric, I just don't want electric. That's got a limited lifespan too, even more limited than the gas engine. So we was talking to the guy there, and he's, well, what about a Camry? And my wife's like, yeah, let's check out the Camry. And I'd already looked at prices on those and figured, I don't know if I want to do it, but okay, we'll go look at it. Make a long story short, that's what we ended up getting. But the car that we ended up getting, they didn't even have it there. So he didn't have Camrys in stock. We had one that was like a used one. I didn't want a used one. Wanted a new. And so he brought up things and showed us, and we ended up getting a 2023 Camera SE with this thing called an XP package, which apparently is just available in the Southeast. Like, they do different packages that are like regions specific, I think. Anyway, so this one's like in the Southeast. So it's got like blacked out wheels. It's got like the front's kind of blacked out. It's got the emblems and the name and all that kind of stuff blacked out. And it just got these really nice wheels on, a little bit larger wheels, I think. And like the brakes have like these red calipers. It's really pretty. Anyways, it's like ice cap white. So we got that, but then we had to wait on it to get delivered. It was still being shipped. And so we had to wait on it to get here. So it finally got here. We've got it now, and that's all good. Well, in the meanwhile, waiting on that, my buddy Runcam came over, and if you've been following the channel, you saw that we did a live stream, and he did a live stream. And while we were out, my phone fell off of the back of his car while we were live streaming, and it broke my screen. The camera was already, the lens on the back was already cracked. And that wasn't even from a drop. I think it was just from a slight bang. It wasn't even a crack you could see. Like, it was like up under the glass. Cracked. But anyways, so the screen cracked, and then, well, the screen broke. Like, the pixels in the corner were just like acting up. I was like, I can live with that for a little while before I have to get another one. Well, next morning, that crack had turned into like this bleeding blue. Looked like blue ink bleeding down the screen. And then as the day went on, it got worse and worse. And finally, I mean, it was like over half the screen. I was like, oh, man, I've got to get a phone. So I went looking, and I picked up a Pixel 6 refurbed, renewed, whatever Amazon calls on Amazon. That's what I'm using right here. And that's working out pretty good. So I had my car die, my phone died. Oh yeah, one other thing. That's the other thing. That's why I'm not flying the 5-inch. So my 5-inch is kind of dead right now. Actually, both of them are. I gotta like swap some parts electronics wise. I got one with a good ESC and one with a good FC, and I gotta swap some parts around and get one of those working. And I just didn't feel like it with everything else that was going on. And that kind of zaps your energy, you know, when all that stuff goes wrong. Kind of zaps your energy. In the meanwhile, there I decided I got all the stuff in for this thing, and so I started building this thing. But I didn't have everything that I needed for this even. So I was fighting with trying to figure out how to fit the camera in there, and this frame is old, so it was designed to actually hold a full-size type camera. Finding that kind of stuff, man, and finding mounts for that stuff is no easy task. So I ended up having to design a mount there, and my buddy Runcam printed it for me. I tried a couple of different things. I actually found a mount that was designed for it, but it apparently wasn't the right size. I measured wrong. So anyways, yeah. Anyways, that's all working now. I got that all worked out. Things are improving. So look for some more flying coming up in the very near future. But I kind of want to give you guys an update and just kind of bring you guys up to speed on everything that's been going on, man. It has been crazy. You know, it rains, it pours. And then my weather guy today, I was looking at his thing, and he's talking about a possible hurricane hitting Florida next week, end of next week, middle of next week, I guess, 30th. One model is showing it. So I don't think it's going to come to fruition, but it's possible. So it's Florida. Hurricanes are the norm. So anyways, we'll see if that happens or not. I don't know if it will or not. We'll see. You guys can be watching for that, and we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna fly one more, and then we'll wrap this up. See what. Sound like it was rubbing there. I dig this little drone though, man. This is fun. I'm learning how to fly it though. I'm learning the ins and outs of this little thing. I tell you what, I really like the way it handles though. It's just fun to be able to like zip in and out and fly around yourself and not think about it, which is cool. So cool to be able to do that. And it does pretty well on this. This can handle 4S. I've got some 4S packs, but I kind of like it on 3S. I got these GMB 650s, and they're like really lightweight. And they seem to be doing pretty well, providing pretty good punch and everything, so that's kind of cool. This is cool though, man. Oh, bump it a little bit there. It handles like getting knocked around a little bit pretty well too, which is kind of cool. And it's pretty durable. And the with on 3S, it doesn't react so much to throttle blips, so you don't end up like blipping too much, which is kind of cool. I mean, look, it just handles so well. Like, I love being able to like turn and like keep going and not like blowing out, which is neat. Oh, dang it. Okay, well the only downside is it doesn't handle turtle very well though, so I gotta go over and get it. At least not on this. I don't want to mess it up. Let me go grab that. Oh, where did I land at there? Right over here. I just dinged this. Where did I end up at? Where the heck did I end up at? I know I'm on this stuff. How do I not see where I'm at? Okay, Stacy, you're blind as a bat apparently. I think I got the beeper set up on this. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Let's find out if I got the beeper set up on it. Thought I heard it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I walked right by it. I walked right by it. Camouflage. You see the drone? Have it in the thing? Can't even tell if I got it in the view or not. I think I do. Do you see the drone? I knew you could. All right. Anyways. Oh man, that's funny. Didn't even see it laying there and I walked right by it. That's just crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, it did arm. Come on now, Stacy. What's going on? Weird. It did arm. You just saw it. It armed. That's just weird. Unplug it. Alright, this time I'm just going to let it run there. I'm not going to disarm. Alright, that was weird. I don't know what the deal was there. Like it armed and then it didn't. Oh, this thing is so much fun though. I mean, you can just, I love being able to like zip and like, you can adjust your altitude pretty well. Just don't catch the ground there like I just did. You can zip around this thing, man. It's cool. I better land this thing. Better get the motor. Oh, almost right into the coffee cup. Woo, that was quite the hot landing. Quite the hot landing. You guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed hanging out a little bit. And hopefully I get around to making some more content here pretty soon. So stick with me. There's more to come. And let me know what you think about the 250 thing. I saw Ryan Quellet said something about, is 5-inch dead, or is it kind of on its way out? And it very well could be with the rules and stuff. You know, depends on how many people want to be rule followers. I tend to be generally a rule follower when it matters. I'm not really on board with the rules here with FAA though. But also kind of like this little thing. And I like not causing unnecessary trouble if I don't have to. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Never stop flying.